let's go. We are gonna be playing some multiplayer. We're gonna get to 250 wins before we do anything else. We are gonna get halfway to the wins before anything else happens. So we're probably gonna play a lot in multiplayer over the next couple days, weeks, potentially. A lot of it. A lot of multiplayer. We're gonna play some heavier games though. AV18. Okay. We need some splatters and some bloodline wins. USA. That was never a red. I don't mind it being which Halo. We are just currently playing the Master Chief Collection. On the second channel, we're trying to 100% all of the Halo games. I understand it being a red when they like slowed it down and played it like 10 times. Then like in real time I didn't think it was, but when they slowed it down and played it a fuck ton, I was like, I guess, but yeah. It is what it is, I suppose. I suppose it is what it is. They did get through. They will miss him next game. They will miss him next game. He's one of their only truly good players. Can't give a red there for incidental landing. I don't know. The problem was I didn't think it was only incidental landing because he also dragged that foot all the way down the back of his calf. Like if he just like, I think it was a little bit more than just the landing that got him the red. But again, I didn't, in real time, I didn't think it was. Watching it like 12 times over, I could see where they got it. It is what it is, I suppose. Appreciate you, Desmond. I got you, Desmond, don't you worry. But again, they're going to have to live with it. You cannot appeal red cards at the World Cup for whatever strange reason. But you can't. That's one of their little quirks for some reason. So they're going to have to live with him not being available for the next game. It will be tough. It will be tough against Belgium. We'll see what happens. I do need them to get to at least the quarterfinal. Well, to the quarterfinal. I have a bet for them to lose in the quarterfinal exactly at 4-1, which I feel pretty good about. And then, what do I have? I have them to go farther than Mexico, so I'm kind of rooting. Well, as an England fan, I'm rooting for England, but that'll be tough. But also, I'm rooting for my bet, so I'll knock Mexico out. But that'll be rather tough, that one. That will be a tough one. What a day again. I just can't be stopped right now. Nice. What did you have today? You just had some USA stuff. Or, well, what did you have today? What did you have? I had a really good day despite the fact that I didn't actually bet anything, which is nice. Those days are always good. I was really worried about England for a bit, but They got over the line. Yo, what's up, buddy? How you doing? USA, Balogun goal, England, Kane goal. Fuck that ref doesn't matter the outcome of the event. There is no appeal. You can't appeal. You can't appeal those. It is not club soccer, unfortunately, for Balogun. Yeah, you can't you can't appeal this. Cooking up a little something nice. I'm not sure. Today we were pretty heavily invested in England winning and the USA winning, which they both did, but I didn't have any extra bets or nothing. I kind of wanted some Senegal plus half a goal. I'm upset I didn't bet that. They were much the better team. This is America. We do it if we want. And they both got through. I'm heavily invested in Spain advancing tomorrow, so I'm not sure what else I have. I haven't looked at the 2 other games as in depth as I want just yet. No way that fucking guy survived. So we'll see. USA winning it all. I need them to go out in the quarterfinal to Spain. That would be perfect. That would be absolutely perfect. Is there a line out for the Belgium USA tie yet? Interested to see how that's aligned. Particularly again without Balogun. That is interesting. Because I made USA slight favorite with Balogun. Without is a little bit different. He is one of their only real good players. So, I win 4K if they win it all. US is 52%. So slight faves. That is how I felt. I'm very much not high on whatever the hell Belgium are. The more I watch Belgium, the more they look. They're old, not dynamic. Doku's like the only good player, and he's just not had a good tournament so far. So. But I do need them to get through. And then they can go out to Spain after that. I would love if Croatia won tomorrow. That would be absolutely huge. That's tomorrow, right, Becky? Yeah, Croatia. I might not have bets again tomorrow, which would kind of suck. I know people don't like that. So. Buddy wants Modric and friends to beat Ronaldo. That's funny. Also, Seattle running it back. Utah wins the Big 12. And again, USA. Seattle running it back like the Seahawks. Seattle running it back. Gotta be. Utah wins the Big 12. I still like Tech. Funny enough, I think even without Sorsby, the roster should be favorite to win the Big 12, but I have to see the other quarterback before I make an actual bet on that. Pretty lame. I'm pretty lame for not taking full advantage. That's harsh, because it's been a really good World Cup for me. I'm up $70 on the World Cup alone. I am 2 Spain wins away from another 115 or 130. I'm in a really good spot. Luck will be on your side. Yes, see. Okay. What is this? Can y'all shut up? Fucking people in these games, bro. Maybe that's what I gotta do. Just start a party and not listen to dudes. If you're not up 30 plus unit, my ROI is incredible. It has been a square tournament, but that's why I don't like the idea of being up so high. If it's a square tournament, it scares the shit out of me, because it definitely is a square tournament. That being said, I haven't been running any props, which means I am gonna run. Oh, you know what? That's what I was gonna bet for tomorrow. I was gonna bet Yamal stuff. I think Spain end up with a shit ton of shots, particularly early. Obtaining units plus account health is optimal here. You're not wrong. Though my account health has been going the wrong direction during the tournament, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is. That's what I was going to do, the Yamal stuff. I'm pretty heavily invested in that Australia game, which is not a game I want to be invested in heavily, but that's kind of where we are at. Yamal is minus 170 for 4 shots. I think I'd like him to score assist. Did you see the other day he was just talking about how like little he gave a fuck about the end of the game the other day against Uruguay? Said group stage ain't for him, yeah. So I'm hopeful that he is all about the knockout stage. Love all these teams in the East making moves but not improving their team. That is what everything feels like, isn't it? You're absolutely right. That is exactly what it feels like. I did like the Pacers picking up Oubre. I don't know if you were being sarcastic on that particular post or not, but I actually quite like Oubre, so I kind of like the Pacers picking him up. I thought the Raptors genuinely improved, but also I don't know if they're like good enough yet to be like an actual contender, but I thought they genuinely improved. I quite like that upgrade. We playing Halo? Yes, sir. On the Twitch or the gaming channel or whatever it may be. You can come watch if you're interested. But we are playing Halo. We are trying to 100% all the Halo games. Let's rock and roll, big fella. This dude running train. Oh no, they got my buddy. They got my buddy. GRP is actually autistic or something. He's starting to piss me off a little. Why? What happened? What did he do? England, Mexico, who you got? I kind of still like England, but it is going to be very, very difficult. LeBron to the Suns. I'd be pretty surprised. That is a funky one. I just don't think they have like a route upward currently, and not too many people like the GM. Had 2K on Bosnia. Bosnia are very much not good. I'm annoyed I didn't play any USA straight, but or -1 or whatever. But they're very much not good. Bosnia, I mean, we talked through it. It is very much not good.
Killjoy.
1,500 on JT posting this weekend. What's he doing? Well, I mustn't go to Golden State. We might finally see the end of that over. No, did he bet on LeBron to Golden State? He does seem in that pervert area, doesn't he? I bet bronze to Suns. What number you getting on that? Probably a pretty good one, I would guess. Did a while ago, got a great number for sure, but he's like 3K tied into it. Oh, okay. Bet Cavs to win the East at 12-1 as a hedge. As a hedge. That's a hell of a stretch to call that a hedge. I gotta give him that. Ooh. Hell of a stretch. You got 1K on LeBron to Golden State, 11-1, 1K on Golden State champs. They're not winning the title. I mean, you're gonna get your like a little bit of CLV. But come on, that's not a real ticket. Or that's not. They're not a genuine threat. As much as everyone would be fun, think it'd be fun. Died within 5 hours of him betting it. I thought that's where he'd stay. I definitely wasn't going to bet on it, but I thought that's where he'd end up staying. but not to be. I wonder where he'll end up. I saw the Spurs don't want to. I thought that was the only spot I looked at and went, maybe chip. Maybe he can grab one more chip with Spurs. But I don't know where else he could go now that's not. I don't know if there's another spot now where he can go and end up with a chip. I don't think it exists anymore. I thought that was the only spot, but... Again, whatever he wants to do. That's crazy. Thought I had that. Just me and you. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Got the wraith. Excuse me. Rooting for you to get to 1 million. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. We're hopeful. We are hopeful. I know there are a lot of people who don't like, who are like way over the top with Jaylen Brown, but I kind of like the trade. Not even, not like, I don't know. Like, I didn't think they got worse today, the Celtics, and they added 2 firsts and 2 seconds and a swap. A swap that that has the Clippers pick in it, for what it's worth. So I did not hate that. Did not hate it. Go! Another one. We got ourselves a win. But yeah, I didn't hate the Jaylen Brown trade. What else happened? The Lakers, I don't know what the hell they're doing. Well, I do know what they're doing. Rob Pelinka is a moron, and you know that's kind of where they're at. So definitely gonna get a little worse unless PG are gonna be allowed to continue to be a drug addict, but they'll be fine after this year. I think PG will be allowed to be a drug addict. He finished the year really, really strong. After he came back from being a drug addict, he was good. So he can either hide it or play through it. He's also just a better fit in general for the offense than Jaylen Brown. Like, Jaylen Brown's a ball stopper, and I know he can ISO his way through, like, their slumps sometimes, but Paul George is definitely a better fit for the offense. And Tatum will be healthy, so I don't have a problem with that. He was still on the drugs in the playoffs. Well, he can if he got through it on the playoffs, then he'll be good. He'll be good. He'll be good to go. He should get through the beginning of the season if he got through the playoffs, right? That being said, I kind of think they move him again. Like I think he gets moved for what it's worth. He might not, but I kind of think I kind of think he gets moved. I think they just end up flipping. Northeast America, the most corrupt place in the world. Sounds salty that you hate the Northeast. You're allowed to hate whatever you want, but it sounds like salt. Sounds like you're salty. Sounds like you're being salty. Please stick me.
Gain the lead.
Yeah, baby, splatter. Oh, no. There. That's crazy. That's y'all. I know that's y'all's thing. Insane. Oh shit. Did we talk about the jaw trade? That was the weird one. That was a dumb one. Well, I know what Portland are doing, but Portland are dumb. I think we did talk about the trade. We talk about the Lakers. I think the Lakers are being stupid as well. The Lakers are always being stupid. No, because who cares? Yeah, I mean, that's probably the conclusion. The Lakers are dumb, as we talked about that. The Lakers don't have like their own pick. The idea of shooter gets another criminal thing. I don't like the Lakers team building is so bad all of the time. Like Luka's never gonna win a chip. Like people ask me all the time when Luka's gonna win a chip, and the answer is never, and it's not even really his fault. He's had the 2 worst GMs in the league over the last 2 decades. Why do people think Braun going to Miami? That's overkill. I don't know. It'd be a fit, I think. I don't know. Well, I don't know about the basketball fit, but you know, ring chase, all that fun stuff. I don't think that it's a basketball fit for what it's worth. How'd that not go through the gap, bro? Got rid of Norman. Norman is an interesting fellow. Norman is... where did he end up? Yeah, no, I don't think he's worth 23 a year either. Where'd he end up? Did he end up in Detroit? Oh, Chicago. Bad franchise. Another bad franchise. Shocking amount of them. Not really. There are a lot of dumb people around. Bad team. Well, bad current franchise is maybe it's a better term. Bad current franchise. Not a bad franchise with overall history, all that fun stuff, but a bad current one. Badly run current franchise. Good day, cooking the books. Yeah, I didn't bet anything today, but we had some futures that took some pretty significant steps in the right direction, which is good. Not great. Fantastic. I can fucking run over that thing. Top 5 all-time franchises? What, for the NBA? Lakers, Celtics, Spurs? In terms of consistently being good and running good. I don't know if Chicago's on there. Is Chicago on there? Do you put Chicago on there? I know they had Jordan, but like you kind of luck into Jordan. You don't have to do anything for Jordan. You have to be bad the year before Jordan. Bulls and Heat? Why are the Bulls... What puts the Heat on there? If we're talking all time. NBA is only as popular as it is because of that. I get, yeah, but that's not... That shouldn't be a requisite... that shouldn't be a thing for what we're talking about. Again, they didn't do anything. They lucked into that. Complete and utter luck. That it ended up in Chicago. That's it. Put my buddy onto USA first half. He had the spread -1.5. Oh, there you go. Nice. I thought about doing the first half thing, but didn't end up with it. I already got multiple bets on the USA advancing, and I haven't been going to advancing again, but you know, I didn't want to add, but sure. Can't blame him for... No, I can't blame them, but you're talking about, like, outside of that, they've done nothing as a franchise. Like, you're talking about a franchise that's top to bottom, but there's, like, nothing there outside of lucking into Jordan. Also, why are the Heat on there? Can you walk me through the Heat being on there? The Warriors? As a franchise, I don't think so. This is such a horrible grenade, Kurt. It's just like... Because who else would it be? Do I use Kalshi? Yes, I do. The Heat don't understand. They do not understand the Heat stuff. Let me look at some of the teams and see. Stop it. You see they're putting the NBA Cup game at that Butler Stadium. The final 7 final appearances in 25 years had to go play on the team. Oh, appreciate you, Brooks. How you doing, bud? Had to go play on the team. All big stars go there. I would argue against all big stars go there. I know you like that one, but what else we got here? That would be like putting Cleveland up in there because LeBron got drafted there. Like, I don't like the... Oh, you're center... Oh, okay, perfect. I do use Kalshi. Did I answer that, Kalshi? Okay, I got you. Appreciate you following along on the Twitch as well. What did we say? Spurs, Lakers... Maybe you're just right because I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird one. He got Wade, Shaq, Alonzo, Giannis. I guess you can say that there are plenty of teams you got stars. But also Wade doesn't count. You drafted Wade. If we're doing like stars all together and we're counting dudes who got drafted there, then it's a different conversation. We gotta be doing some others, I think. Oh, Kurt. Kurt! I've had the most profitable month ever, so I took a little 10 and threw it on the king to take his talents to the 8. Oh, really? There you go. Just a little fun. Let's get something in there, bet. Things are looking good, bet. Don't gotta take this one seriously. Kurt. Dude, what have you done with this sniper other than waste bullets? I've genuinely done nothing with this sniper other than waste bullets. How did that guy not fucking die? Come on, that one wasn't a wasted bullet. That was bullshit. Magic City, 10 for a grand. Why not? Yeah, exactly. Magic City, baby. Colombia. Let me tell you what looks good all of a sudden. Not what looks good, but I have that France and Colombia to both make the final at 28-1. That has opened up a shit ton over the last couple of days. If I do France are minus 105 to reach the final, and Colombia are 11-1. That's at 617-1 some places right now. If England dropped to Mexico, that really opens up. I don't want England to drop, but whatever. Did you pick a winner for the World Cup on Kalshi? It was free, and if you pick the winner, they split $1 million. I did not. I did not know that was a thing on Kalshi. Yeah, we'll definitely remember. Got the 22 rematch at 8-1. I don't want any Argentina, though. If England get past Mexico, I think they get to the final. But I think Colombia knock Argentina out. We'll see. Use your entry on Mexico. Man, I wish I told you all my real life. Damn. Yeah, no, I didn't even know that was a thing that was happening. I did not know that was a thing. We got another win there, by the way, I think. 2 more wins. Look at us. We're on the right page, right? Sometimes I worry if I'm on the right page or not. Slayer. I would normally agree, but I didn't think England played poorly today. Like, Pickford let in a really, really bad goal that, like, 90% of keepers are saving, like 99% of goalkeepers are saving. And then they had a fuck ton of opportunities that guy saved. So I thought a lot of what happened today was more finishing variance than anything. And Neymar, yeah, Neymar, dude. When I saw, let's go, 2 splatters, baby. When I saw the Brazilian guys watching the fucking watching the announcement show with AK-47s, I understood why Carlo included Neymar in the squad. I'm like not positive that he would be alive if he had chosen to not pick Neymar. Like that's like I'm like 50-50 on if he would even be alive at this point if they didn't pick Neymar. Like every video I saw of a Brazilian standing in front of a television waiting for Neymar to be picked, every single one of those people was holding an AK-47. Every single one of them. It was like 6 videos. Like those people are nuts. They don't give a fuck. They just kind of want Neymar there and to be like good. And there's no rationale behind a lot of that shit. They just. Did y'all watch the USA game? Yes. If the USA lost, that ref would need a security team. You're not wrong. Not wrong. What the heck? That's crazy. Yeah, I'm telling you that you just got to see some of those videos. They're nuts. And let me tell you something. Those Brazil people are crazy. I don't know if you guys have actually heard this story. But one time there was a game in Brazil in which the referee did something the crowd didn't like, and that crowd cut that dude's head off and put it on a pike in the middle of the field because the referee. That's something that has actually happened. I'm telling you to go look that up if you don't believe me, because that is something that's absolutely happened. So those people down there are genuinely fucking nuts. So I'm not confident Ancelotti would even be alive if he didn't pick Neymar. Yeah, for sure. Hold on, let me see if I can. It happened. Brazil ref. Good. Yeah, on June 30th, 2013, referee Otávio Jordão was killed, beheaded, and quartered by spectators during a local match in Pio, Maranhão, Brazil. Occurred after the referee fatally... Oh, yeah, that's... I forgot that part. The referee had actually stabbed a player as well. I'm telling you to go read the story. It's one of the most crazy things I've ever seen. Messi didn't get a red, but Balogun got one. When the Messi one happened, we were on here saying that probably could have been a red card, and they probably just didn't give it to him because they can't be sending Messi out in the World Cup. There'd be more deaths, but he didn't have to live or ever visit Brazil the rest of his life. I know. After this, he just goes back home. But yeah, that shit, they're crazy over there. They're absolutely not valid if a ref's ever stabbed Mbappe, his life within 5 seconds later. Yeah, but it was an altercation where I believe, if you go read it, I believe the player pulled the knife first. I'm pretty confident. Everything about the story is bastard. He stuck someone to the afterlife during a match. Yeah, it's worth a read because yeah, it's the craziest place on earth. If y'all have not heard of have you guys heard of the Colombian guy who was killed after the World Cup? There was he scored an own goal. It was obviously accidental, but he scored an own goal to knock Colombia out, and they killed him like a month later. Like just random ass people who were pissed off that he knocked them out of the World Cup with that own goal. But they killed that dude a week later, like a month later. They don't fuck around down there. I've seen like shit down there where I'm like, oh, it might be all right to go, but South America is probably a place I will never end up for a large variety of reasons, and most of those reasons are murders. My dad went to Rio once for a conference, and a lot of the resort he stayed in had machine gun nests on the fucking on the on the sides of the property on the beach to protect them and shit. That just sounds like a not real place. Whatever the worst place you can think of in America is, I promise you it's not as bad as some of those South American places by a pretty significant margin. I bet you these people don't got parlays on them, just pride. Yeah, it's 100% just wanting the country to do well in a soccer tournament. The murders. The murders are all soccer related, though. Which is great. It's just crazy. Throwing grenades out the wazoo. Football is life, Danny Ross, yeah. Just nuts. Just nuts. We are going to get another win here, which is nice. That'll be 3 wins in a row. And while they're taking a little bit longer because we're on big team, but we're getting some of the splatters we need to get. They are crazy. Like, if England beat Mexico, how fast do you think England are out of the country? Like, how quick? Just all the way out of the country. They're on a fucking plane. Fucking 20 minutes later. That's what we go. Just big wins. Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso. I haven't watched that show yet. I've seen a bunch of things, but I've seen clips and stuff, and my parents watched it and liked it, but I don't know, man. My buddy went to Mexico the other day, and they had to evacuate the resort because the cartel was coming. which not the other day, or about a month ago. They went down for a wedding. So yeah, some of these places are a little bit funky. That's why I didn't get the Danny Rojas quote. No, yeah, no. I did not. But yeah, no, I haven't watched that one yet. That one was fun. Because we didn't do nothing to the ref that got us out in the World Cup in 2014. Oh. Who'd you go out to in that tournament? I remember the first game that finished 1-1, obviously, but it wasn't. Oh, the Netherlands. That was the Robin one. That I remember. That I remember. Arjen Robben. And then who came up and scored? Huntelaar? Scored that penalty, I think. Klaas-Jan Huntelaar. He wouldn't play, and then he'd come on late and score the goal every time. Wish VAR existed. You got to get it on a list of things to watch. It's definitely on my list of things to watch. I just don't get around to watching a ton of stuff. Because I end up like, I want to like sit and watch stuff. So the only stuff I watch ends up being like, the stuff I watch, quote unquote, ends up being like stuff that the stuff that like I can just put on in the background and not have to think about watching. No. Oh, okay. How'd I kill that guy? Pop it in the top 3. Yeah. So like the most recent thing I watched I Will Find You. That was like that limited series about that dude in prison or he went to jail for the guy from Avatar. He's the main guy. He's in prison for killing his son or whatever. He's been there for 4 or 5 years, and he says he didn't do it. And then his sister-in-law pops up with a picture of what their son is just, or his son is just alive, and they kind of go through it. I thought that was pretty good. And then before that, I watched like every single episode of Bar Rescue. It's like that Kitchen Nightmare show, except that guy who goes to the bars. That's like 12 seasons of like 40 episodes at like an hour each. I've watched every single one of them. Not like watch, because like I was just trying to put something on, but like they have all passed by me in some stage over the last month or two. Or last couple of months. I was just watching. But that's all I've watched. I've watched a movie here and there, but again, I don't have time to like stop and watch stuff as much as I'd like. You watch Invincible? No, that's the cartoon with the guy who's the superhero who kills all the other superheroes at the beginning or whatever. John Taffer, great background TV. Yeah, yeah, good old John Taffer. He's funny as shit. He has a marriage show. I have not watched that, and I can't imagine what that's kind of like. But I know he has a marriage show as well. It's a marriage rescue as well. I haven't watched any of that one, but Omni-Man, yeah. I've seen the big scenes of Omni-Man, but I've never really been into that kind of stuff as much. I'm not a big superhero dude. But yeah, I watched Omni-Man. I watched him kill all the superheroes, and oh jeez. What else? I watched him beat the shit out of his son. I watched his son fight that random dude, the fucking dude with the white beard and shit. In that city. I watched the son's girlfriend in that fight get like ripped in half or whatever the fuck. You get some wild scenes in that Omni-Man shit. But yeah, they got new Kitchen Nightmares coming out, which I'm all about. I've watched all the Kitchen Nightmares along the way. That is something I've watched. Those shows are they're really good background TV, as you said, and I just like those dudes yelling at people. I also like feeling better about myself, because some of these people are just like beyond brain dead. And just like, you know what, dude? If they can do it, you can fucking do it, but these people are absolutely nuts. There are people here who are trying to run restaurants who don't know the basics of running restaurants. You play on console? Yeah, console. You got Spain qualifying tomorrow? I do believe they get over the line tomorrow. I need Spain to get to the quarterfinal. Whether they do or not is a different story, but I need them to get to the quarterfinal. But yeah, Xbox Series, whatever the fuck, the newer one. Fair enough. Get fucking domed, Kurt. I'm probably gonna bet some Yamal stuff, whether it's shots or a goal or an assist, or maybe just an assist and shots. Shit like that. want a PS5 Pro? Are they making a new PlayStation? I keep hearing that the new PlayStation's coming out way sooner than expected, which seems pretty crazy to me, but... I also saw, what is it, the Steam console that's like $1,500 and like doesn't come with a controller, which is also pretty nuts. You might get a goal, but yeah, Spain definitely by all means should get through to the next round. Yeah, I think I really am not a fan of this Austrian defense. I'd have re-downloaded, but could I team up next time? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we can play. Absolutely. GameStop probably going to be good-ass gig in a couple of years. Are they... I heard that they were, like, someone just mentioned that they weren't doing, like... What did I hear today? I gotta find it. Steam console 1K, yeah, and it doesn't come, like, it originally wasn't slated to come with a controller, which is pretty bad shit. PlayStation going fully digital 2028, yeah, that's what I heard. I saw a picture of a guy who came in with like all of his old Xbox shit, and there was like 50 fucking games there, 100 games, and then all the comments were like, damn, a day late. No more disc games coming out for PS6. I think Xbox is done making consoles. Is that true? Oh, well, I would like them to keep up with it, but I don't mind this console. This console works. Again, I just need my shit to work. I just need my shit to work. Last I heard. Either way. The new CEO seems to be wanting to push Xbox and Xbox exclusives, which is dope. Yeah, but I think the new one is pushing that back. They had a new CEO get in, and she seems to be interested in pushing Xbox exclusives and stuff. And the other guy, or the other one, that got pushed away, or out, or left, or whatever the fuck it was. Am I excited for Gears? Yes. Do you think Portugal versus Croatia would be tough? Yes, I do. I'm really not fond of this Portugal side. I'm also, to be honest, not fond of this Croatia side, so we'll see. That Calais Campbell news was heartbreaking. Oh, I know, I saw that. Yeah, that's nasty stuff. Nasty stuff. He had a bad one. Gakpo had a bad week. I feel bad for that stuff. Lamine finna ball out tomorrow. Yeah, I think I like Spain's shots and Yamal's stuff, whether it's a goal or an assist or shots or whatever the fuck. I think he'll be involved, but I think Spain will have a pretty easy time carving through the Austria defense. And if the shot numbers aren't nuts, then I kind of like them to have shots. What's my dream car? My dream car. I'm not a big car guy, but I do like, there's a specific type of Rolls Royce I really liked. Let me see. It's the Ghost. Yeah, it might be the Ghost. I quite like this car. But I'm not a big card player. I saw it in a music video once and I quite liked it. But you're never going to catch me with an expensive card, unfortunately. You going to watch the McGregor-Holloway fight? You interested in that fight? No, I'm not a big fight fella. Just in general, I don't watch a ton of fights. The Phantom, yeah. I like the Ghost, the Phantom. They're both pretty decent. But again, I'm not a big card guy, so I used to be a regular kid and be like, yo, everybody wants a buff. That's two really fantastic shots that guy had with the goddamn Wraith. Oh, the Wraith? Speaking of Wraith, the Wraith is also a nice one. UFC's easy. When you complete the 1,000,000, no wonder soccer's his favorite sport. I'm scared of violence. I'm not scared of violence. I'm not a violent fella. But I'm just not a car guy. When we get to 1,000,000, we're using it on a lazy river. It's going right around the house. The 1,000,000 is going on a lazy river right around the house. I really should put the money away. It'd probably retire me. It's probably what I should do with it. That'd be fucking stupid. Why the hell would I retire myself? That'd be dumb as shit. We're trying to get fucking lazy river, not retire. It's great. Soccer's hard to bet. Soccer's been so good to me for this whole challenge. It's like the only one that's been consistent positive ROI outside the NBA. Priorities on point. Imagine if NBA trades weren't announced and we all just saw where they were in game 1. That'd be pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie, that would be pretty hilarious. You just hope that your guys are still there. What I take for the USA game? I have some USA to advance further than Mexico, and I have some USA to lose in the quarterfinals, so I just needed them to advance today. And next, I need them to beat Belgium, though. I'm less enthused about them beating Belgium after the Balogun red card. Really thought it was over after the red. Nah, Bosnia, I was pretty confident the United States were going to hold on to that, but Bosnia are so bad offensively, even after the my baseball team, Yankees. Celtics fans would riot seeing PG walk out the tunnel. True, but they're also dumb and they think Jaylen Brown's good, so whatever they want to do. Still, we can run a great squad against Belgium. Yeah, I think they can hit on the break against Belgium. I just wish Balogun was the one there doing it. That's 4 wins in a row. No Mets. Tim Ream, good matchup for Lukaku. I don't know if Tim Ream's a good matchup for too many people. He's a bit slow, but I think both teams will score. That's probably what I'm going to end up betting in the game, too. Both teams will score. But we'll see. Another dub, guys. Another fucking dub. That dude went 31-11 on our team. Okay. Lukaku's too slow? No, Lukaku. When the game is open, Lukaku's good. Like, every manager he's ever had has been so bad with Lukaku. It's nuts. You get Lukaku in any sort of space and he's deadly because he's one, quick, two, stronger than most of the center backs he comes up against. So if the USA are attacking, which they will, they're going to leave spaces back there, and it just takes one ball. So I like both teams to score in that one. We'll see who gets through, but I feel like USA will have bad value for the win. They are a favorite. They're a slight favorite. What that looks like after some money's been embedded into it is a little bit different, but yeah. I'm not gonna end up betting them because I need them to advance for some other stuff. I do need Canada to lose though. No offense to my Canadian friends. But we bet some Morocco, or I have some Morocco quarterfinal, and then I have some Canada to lose in the round of 16. So all at very, very good plus money. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Pretty stoked. Plus 150 on Canada to lose in the round of 16. And then plus 270 on Morocco to reach the quarterfinal, and Morocco are minus 300 to advance. So I feel pretty good about that. And I'm not too high on Canada. I don't think they're very good, which should help, hopefully. Who do you have winning and why? I kind of like Spain still. Like, I'm not like 100% in on France. I still worry about them defensively a little bit, but I think Spain can kind of get at them defensively, so we'll see. And then Colombia look good. England, I think, will be. I think England will get there if they get by Mexico. I'm not saying Mexico's the toughest game because they'll probably end up playing Brazil and Colombia along the way. I just think they need to get past that little portion there. I like the way they match up with Brazil. Stuff like that. He didn't die here also. Clutch. Guys to get rockets. Spain, we're actually in the hotel right next to where I work. I saw them off on your balcony. That's sick. I feel weird saying that about fucking 18-year-old. Oh, you saw him all this dope. Look at that. Look at that kid. Look at that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. He is a talented fella. Perfect. We both got fucked. Gain the lead. What the hell are you doing? If Mexico reaches semi, some dude in your comments owes you $100. Oh, does he? I don't think they'll beat Brazil. I think what makes them good is the altitude and the fact that they haven't had to leave Mexico and all that next stuff happening in Mexico. Their quarterfinal game against Brazil or whatever will be in the United States, and I'm pretty confident they don't win that. Like, I think round of 8 is their ceiling if they get by England. But I mean, obviously they could win more. There's no reason why not. But I don't think the team is that good, despite everything. Brazil's bad though. I don't think Brazil's that bad. Have a good night. And following before we hit $3. Appreciate you, Colby. Thank you, buddy. Have a good one. Another top tier 5-star wide receiver. You? Perhaps. Ohio State do have the pull. Not shocking. Come through the door. Thank you. Thank you. Rockets. Can't even score first half versus Japan. No, yeah, I don't think Brazil are that good, which is why I think if England get past, I think they'll beat Norway or Brazil. I don't know if I want to. Some say better than his brother, which is quite fun. I'm on edge if I want to cash out my Norway ticket because or cash out or just like hedge. It's a bonus bet. It's a free bet to win $20 if I can get like that, like a decent push on the other end. I think the Brazilian wingers are gonna have a bit of a field day against those fullbacks for Norway, which I think are pretty horrible. So I don't know. I might just hedge out of that. Enjoy $6 in games. We'll see how I feel on the day. Oh, shit. USA played better after the red card. I don't know if they played better, but Bosnia have a very hard time creating chances, and when you put 10 men behind the ball, it's even more difficult for a team like that. They are not good at creating much of anything, frankly. Let's see if we can win this one by 20. Get 22 before they get 16.
5 minutes remaining.
No way! What? They seem jumpy on the ball, second guessing everything. Like that red card gave them pressure to score. Oh yeah, definitely did. Got you, dummy. Nice. Did you hear the news? What news, Indica? What news are we looking at, bud? Come on, guys, get one more kill. Please, get one more kill.
Game
Let's
over.
fucking go. Stay tapped with those. They lost to sorry Turkey. Oh well, they didn't play their first team to be fair. Took Pulisic anytime goal and he got 0. How was I? Wasn't I just in a party? How did I end up out of the party? Belgium gonna be tough, definitely winnable. Yeah, I completely agree. Completely agree. They should be slight favorites. They are slight favorites. I think that's good. where it should be. That is where it should be, but we'll see. I do need them to win. I hope they do. The Balagoon loss is pretty genuine, I will say. It is no longer a walk in the park. We've won like 6 games in a row, I feel like. Maybe big team is the way to go with the for the wins and losses. The fuck is a Herzegovina? Did you hear the Christian Pulisic USA chant? No, I did not catch the USA chant. I know a couple of the chants. I went to the USA Turkey friendly in when was that? In the summer? Or maybe last summer, I think it was. Yeah, that was last summer. That was the first part of the tour. The World Tour. That was the first game on the World Tour. Or the first thing on the World Tour. USA Turkey friendly. It was right down the road from me. There were a lot of Turkey fans there. A lot. I'll send it to you on a video. Belgium messed your act. Yeah, they did. They really did not deserve to win that game at all. Like, yikes. They scammed the shit out of that. Incredible scam. What color are we? Blue? Yeah, Pulisic just scored right now. It's taking a couple of shots into nothing. Oh, we are cornered here. Don't respawn somewhere else. But yeah, Belgium had no right. No right whatsoever. I thought that penalty at the end of that was really soft also. But them's the breaks if you're Senegal. Learn to close out 2-goal leads when you have 10 minutes left. It's about all we can say, I suppose. The goalie who had to come out and deal with it came out and fucked that ball up. We're gonna lose this one, unfortunately. Get markers with the grenades. We need kills. Ooh, fucking ghost. Damn it. It's in your dance bullshit channel. One of the better USA chains people have come up with since the World War. We can look at it because we're getting our ass kicked, so it doesn't fucking matter. Fuck the kangaroo. That's pretty funny. That one's pretty funny. That's a good one. People have some good ones. People come up with some clever ones. Let's keep it a stack here. Colombia, Argentina, who are you thinking? I like Colombia. I think Colombia are better than Argentina. I will probably be betting Colombia that day. I think it'll be relatively close to even. Yeah, that's a fun one. I've not heard that one. But yeah, I like Colombia. If I had to pick my final four right now, it would be England, Colombia. They would be my final four that I picked after the group stage, and it would be Colombia, England. If England don't beat Mexico, then I think it's Brazil. But I think it's Brazil or England in that final four spot. And then, what else? Yeah, Colombia, England or Brazil, Spain and France. Starting to like you more and more. Been following you for over a year. Oh, appreciate you, man. Thank you for the follow. It's a long old time. But yeah, I think Spain have a pretty. Spain are in a funky spot, or in a good spot, because they don't have to play outdoors until, I don't know when it's until, but their next two games are indoors, I think. They've played 2 indoor games already. Their game tomorrow is indoors. What are my thoughts on the USA? They're fine. I don't know. I think they can beat Belgium. I'd be really surprised to see them beat, like, if they came up against Spain, I'd be really surprised to see them win that game. But, we'll see. We got our asses kicked there. 100 to 35 is nuts. But yeah. You think indoors makes that much of a difference? It does, I think, to European teams. And playing in the heat kind of slows games down for the most part. So I think it lets. I think it's good for some of the European teams if you get to play indoors along the way. Which map has Bloodline? So I think it makes a difference. Bloodline. It also, like, Halo 2 anniversary. Sorry, just 1 second. I was just trying to find Halo 2 here. If it's a tight game in the 70th minute and legs aren't getting tired, you get to kind of play through it a little bit more. I hate the water breaks. They're dumb. If that becomes a regular thing, I'm going to be really, really pissed off. I fucking hate those fucking things. They suck. They properly suck. What time is it? 1:15. Do. I agree. Fuck the water. Yeah, they genuinely suck. They just suck. Got any predictions on the NHL? No, NHL I don't is the thing I don't, one of the sports I don't get to follow like that. Like they end up, like, NHL teams kind of end up like being just numbers on a page for me, unfortunately. So I can't look too deep into it. I saw what Florida did, and they just continue to add large, or just good players and stuff, which is crazy. But yeah, I can't comment on too many players in the NHL for the most part. Everybody is it's very similar to baseball, where I just don't follow it to a point where like I'm watching it all the time, and just other stuff ends up taking priority, so they're kind of just numbers. Yeah, I like betting it, but keeping up with the NHL is a little bit more of a pain in the ass than keeping up with like soccer in terms of modeling and stuff. So it's it ends up falling by the wayside, and I kind of pick here and there. But I do like watching hockey. Like playoff hockey is really awesome. But it's just behind the NHL or it's behind the NBA and the NFL for me in terms of things I watch often and stuff. You keep up with it? Again, I do like it. It's just don't touch that. Don't touch that. Thank you. Don't hit me. Fuck. Can you fuck off, guys? Let me get splatters, goddammit. How long do you think it'll take to reach your goal? A long old time. 6 to 8 years, probably. We're hoping to double up the bankroll every year. Maybe a little bit more. Hope Connor McDavid gets traded. Needs to leave the Oilers. Probably, but... What kind of package do you have to put up to get Connor McDavid? What's that trade package look like if you're looking for Connor McDavid, if you're trying to bring Connor McDavid? Fucking dome me, that fella.
Gain the lead.
The Ducks could do it. I don't know how many. I don't know enough about the trade landscape there to know how many teams can pull that off. But I imagine you just need a lot of. You're gonna need something a lot of capital. A lot of capital. Yeah, it would be very expensive. Very, very expensive. The Leafs are plus money to make the playoffs. I think that's a good bet. Are they? I actually don't know. I don't disagree. But we'll see. I'll wait until everything goes if Matthews is healthy. What got you to want to do this challenge? Betting had just become legal where I was, and I was doing like the same shit everybody else was doing. You know, you bet poorly and you make a lot of mistakes betting, and you go through quick ups, quick downs. And I was like, I want to slow this down, really learn how to do it, get into it, turn it into something. So yeah, I ended up like starting with I had been doing content at the time with something else that I didn't particularly love. I was doing FIFA content and I didn't particularly like it as much as I thought I was. And there was like a content hole there for me, and so I was like, maybe we'll do something with it better. Here we are. Came up with the challenge. Just trying to find a way to become a better, and doing a little bit of content. And all kind of landed in the same spot, which is cool. Thank you so much for this page, and John. Thank you guys for following along. You guys have changed my life in ways you can't imagine, so I genuinely appreciate you. My fiber rating is being denied. I'll hopefully be able to turn up tomorrow. Appreciate you, Smokes. Thank you, buddy. Have a good night. So that guy locked the fucking... Yeah, we were hoping to. And it worked out. But again, I appreciate you guys. You guys do more for me than you could imagine, and wouldn't be anywhere without you guys. But one of the goals was to show that it was doable, so being able to stop and show that it's like somewhat doable is nice. I always like the idea of being able to do stuff that not a lot of people can do. It's like we're doing the Halo challenge right now, where we 100% all the Halo games, which is it's something a lot of people have done. But like I do enjoy doing challenging shit that not a ton of people like end up doing, if you know what I mean. Like, sports betting is really difficult for the most part. Most people, like 99% of people, do not make money betting on sports. So to be able to kind of prove I can do it, beat a market, do something I enjoy doing, and something that actually makes sense to me is fun. It is fun. Fun, enjoyable, useful for me. I know you didn't really like Ecuador at the start of the Cup. What are your thoughts on their game versus Mexico? I thought they really struggled with the environment and like the intensity that game would bring, and I'm not sure what it was that kind of affected that, but I thought that's what they struggled with, because Mexico were intense early and they were playing with a lot of width, and they were moving the ball quickly and not letting Ecuador set up, and it looked like Ecuador were kind of just like starstruck by the moment a little bit. They eventually did settle down and stuff, but I think it was a bit late. That guy hitting the post early would have given them a shit ton of leeway to kind of figure themselves out. I thought they really needed to get to their first water break and just settle down, but they conceded that goal right before that water break, and it was a really good finish, and there was some finishing variance to go along with it, but yeah. Interesting one, but I kind of just think they were kind of a little bit struck by the moment and the intensity of the game itself, particularly early on. Ooh, can I get a splatter? Come on, let me get a splatter or two. Let me get a splatter or two. Ah, you dickhole. Mora is a beast. He's an interesting little player, that Mora. Does he? But where does he play his club football? In Mexico still?
Game over.
All right, baby, another dub. I just realized I'm more likely to get big wins on this. If I wanted the big wins, I should probably play on here, but. What has happened to Paul Skeens, by the way? Just dead. Tijuana. Thoughts on VAR? I don't know. I think VAR is better than no VAR. The problem is the people running the VAR are probably just still stupid. So we're still gonna get some stupid decisions along the way, but I think it's a lot better than no VAR, particularly. Oh, I'm sorry, Smoke. I thought you bounced. Due to Mexico fans keeping them up all night. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, and they're gonna do that to England as well, I would assume. That happens a lot in Europe. Just in general, Champions League away nights and stuff. Good old Champions League away nights. You end up in some Eastern European country and they're shooting off fireworks outside your hotel. Matter of fact, thoughts on Colombia, Portugal's non-goal. Oh yeah, he was offside by a bit of a toe. To be fair, the original referee called offside as it happened, so that was going to be offside regardless of if VAR or not. You had Senegal. Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. That is not fun. That is not fun. Ugh, nasty stuff. VR shouldn't be used to review and create a card call. Oh. Yeah, maybe. I think it's there for like picking up on things that refs miss when it's violent conduct and stuff. So I don't theoretically hate that, but VAR is not going anywhere, so we'll see what happens. Leave me alone. Did that grenade bounce back and hit me in the fucking face? Early payout. You think he really saw the toe? Well, he called again. He called offside. The referee actually called offside, so he caught it. And referees are pretty decent at making decisions. It should be said. They miss a good one or two here and there, but they're pretty good at making decisions for the most part. Thoughts on England's performance? Yeah, I thought they were. I thought they were fine. I think there's a little bit of a panic about what happened in the game because Congo scored so early, and it took them a sec to kind of get into the game after that, but I thought they were fine. They created a ton of chances, and again, on a normal day, theoretically, Pickford saves that. That's something he should be saving, and it's something a regular goalkeeper probably does save along the way, but I think there's a bit of an overreaction. If penalty was called in the moment, you shouldn't be able to go back and then red card someone. Oh, maybe. I don't mind getting the call. My whole thing is getting the call right. So if it gets missed, I would prefer that they just... What about that Germany-Paraguay game? Germany don't have a way to like break teams down, which is funny. Jesus Christ. We're getting our shit rocked here. Not good, boys. Yeah, Germany, Portugal are another team that really struggle to break teams down. The Portugal forward line is just bad, like front to back. It's not just Ronaldo. Like Ronaldo sucks now, but like Felix kind of sucks and Neto kind of sucks. Like it's all kind of. It's all kind of ass. So this doesn't matter how good the midfield is because the forward line can't do anything. The midfield's great, yeah, but it's also useless if the front line just sucks. Have I pre-ordered GTA 6? No, not yet. Not yet. Personally, I feel like the midfield in Portugal doesn't play with their forwards. Yes, they're... The problem, I think a lot of the problem is that they don't... You're right, I don't think they fit. I don't think they fit, like... Bruno Fernandes is going to get the ball from Neves and Vitinha. Vitinha and Neves are going to be there to just kind of hold the ball, move it sideways, find Bruno. That's like their job, which they're going to be good at. And then Bruno's job is to have good creative moments with the forwards. The problem is all that creativity that Fernandez has is risk. He does a lot of risk, like over the top passes, behind passes, risk that requires forwards to make runs in behind, which Ronaldo can't do. Leao likes the ball to his feet, so he doesn't make runs like that. So it's just a whole bunch of midfielders that play well together, along with a bunch of forwards that don't play well with the midfield. So I just don't think they fit. I think I've watched more soccer since the beginning of the World Cup than I ever have the entire life. There you go. Bruno got a good, yeah. Hope you're doing good in general. Fuck betting. I'm doing pretty good. Sorry to hear if you're having a bad time with the betting and stuff. But I'm doing pretty good in general. Hope you're doing alright. Yeah. I've learned so much so fast. I've always played the FIFA games though. There you go. FIFA I play quite a lot. FIFA's like my comfort game. FIFA's my comfort game where I'm not comfortable. I'm always like, everybody has that game they go home to play and they're pissed off the whole time. That's what I play. It's FIFA. It's online on FIFA. He just needs to be open outside the box. Yeah, there's no point. Like if you're a defense, what are you covering some of these forwards for? Or you're not. It's not like you're leaving forwards open. Like you're probably leaning toward Bruno. We got rocked again there, but I got 15 kills still. FIFA 14 World Cup. I know, that was so fun. Who do I think will win it all? Probably the winner of the Spain-France game, I think, wins it all. On the phone. Oh, boy. I played that one on the Xbox, I think. Buttons. What are you doing sleeping over there? You guys want to see buttons? Little buttons. Buttons. Look at the people. Look at the people. Lazy cat. Always sleeping ass cat. Xbox 360. The back in the day. The good old 360. Homie rest. She's be resting all the damn time. All she does is rest. She's waiting for me to go to bed so she can sleep on the bed. Do I give him churro? No. Are there... was there a World Cup game you can play on the phone with South Africa? Maybe? I'm not sure, though. Oh, you know. Yeah, you played it? I didn't... No, I didn't end up playing that. I didn't know that existed, but... Then leave me alone, bro. Get on or don't get on. I don't have time. How'd you feel about the Balagoon red card? You pressed about it? When they kept showing it in slow-mo, I figured it'd be a red card. It looked like... When you show it in slow-mo, I think it's a red card. Like... I just do. On the phone. It was warranted. When you see it, like, if I described the tackle to you, you'd be like, that sounds like a red card. He goes down the back of the calf with the studs and then lands on the ankle. Like, it's... I understand in regular motion it looked slow, or, you know, like in regular time it was whatever, but like, man, in slow motion it's red if I looked at it. Yeah, well, to be fair, I don't think they're going to give Messi a red card, but after the Messi one happened, we came into the chat and thought it was a red card. So, at least we're consistent. They may not be. Because we thought Messi's was a red card as well, but they did not give it. And I don't think they were going to give Messi a red card. Messi could punch an opponent and probably not get a red card. I agree, but I agree Messi's was a red card. I thought it was a red card, but they're definitely going to protect Messi. They are definitely going to protect good old Messi. Card the player on the field and then VAR for the ref. Don't no card someone and then come out with a red card. Yeah, the ref saw it quickly. Again, in real time, it didn't look like one, to be perfectly fair to the referee. In real time, it looked like they came together. But again, in slow motion, it's hard. I think it's kind of hard to argue with it in slow motion because in slow motion, like the guy's calf is here and the studs come all the way down it and then he lands directly on the ankle. It's tough to look at it in slow motion and be like, hey, thought you might be rocking your American flag tuxedo tonight. I do not got one of those. I am actually not a USA fan when it comes to soccer. I am an England fan. So how do I feel about USA will do against Balagoon, or without Balagoon against Belgium? I am pretty low on what Belgium are. That being said, they're going to have to score goals because I think Belgium will get one or two. Belgium are talented. It won't be easy for them, but I think they should be slight favorites, and I think they are slight favorites. And I think they go through. I'm rooting for them to go through, mainly because I don't like this Belgian team, and two, I have some USA quarterfinal stuff. He didn't give a card till after the World. No, I know. No, I understand that. I am an England fan. I don't think Spain has been looking all that good. Spain never looked good, for what it's worth. Spain are very slow, and they've been slow blah for a decade. You asked about the Celtics trade. I didn't have a problem with it. I am not a Jaylen Brown fella, so I think that's fair price for Jaylen Brown back. You get a more tradable contract back. You get a couple firsts, a swap. And they probably end up moving Paul George for something along the way, probably. But I don't have a problem with the trade. I don't think Jaylen Brown's that good. He's pushing. He's about to be 30. He thinks he's better. Like, he's like, he just wants to be good for himself. He can give a fuck about the team, I'm pretty sure. I only say that because of just some of the stuff he said about it. But I think he enjoys being good at basketball more than he enjoys being good with the Celtics and just being a good team overall. My favorite sports to watch and bet on are soccer and football. The defense, that's the portion of Spain I kind of worry about, actually, because maybe it might have been Yamal mentioned yet after the Uruguay game that he didn't want to put effort in because they were already through. But they were not tracking back, and if they're not going to track, how the fuck did that happen? If they're not going to track back, that some teams are going to get them. But I think Spain are so good at control in general that they probably find goals along the way. Sixers can probably win that many games whenever he doesn't play during the regular season. Football and football. Sixers can probably win those many games where he doesn't play during the regular season. Yeah, it'll be a little bit better. That's gonna be. I'm gonna advise people who do props to not bet. To not bet assists on those basketball teams. The ball's gonna die a lot. You're gonna get a whole lot of Maxey has a good moves, passes it to Jaylen. Jaylen stops, ISOs, miss or bucket, no assist. You get the ball to Embiid, ISO, couple steps, no assist. Like, there's going to be a whole lot of no assists on that book. Anything you've got your eye on for college football futures? I took a quick look at Mensa Heisman because I think Miami are going to have to score a few more points, and I think he's going to have Cam Wardish stats. And I think the spotlight will be there in a pretty easy conference, so I didn't mind to look at Mensa Heisman. There was another bet I wanted to make I completely forgot about, but I haven't made it yet. Dropped the ball so bad during the Algeria All-Star game in the 90th. I took Algeria to win and was too busy celebrating to catch out. Oh, that's nasty. Portugal worry me up front. There's just no cohesion, no talent, there's nobody on the team up front that's dynamic. Like, they got nobody who makes runs in behind. They've got one winger who's like okay. I worry about how they're going to score goals and advance during the tournament. It feels to me that if they advance during the tournament, it's because they're not giving up any and kind of surviving penalty shootouts and extra times and 1-0s. But, you know, we'll see, I guess. It's not like no talent. Well, maybe it is no talent. Like, I don't think they're that talented anymore. Like, I don't think Felix is like ultra talented. Ronaldo is, but Ronaldo's 41, and the burst, the athleticism is gone. Neto, whatever. I mean, Neto's fine, but like nothing particularly great. Ronaldo needs better teammates. Ronaldo is the bad teammate. And Ronaldo still has that selfish gene. I know that it's like it's a funny trope and stuff, and it was kind of funny when he was younger, but he was scoring goals or whatever, and you kind of get away with the selfish trope. It's like whatever. But like he still takes a lot of bad shots, and he's had multiple times this tournament where like he's just made the wrong choice in attacks. I don't know. It's kind of a worry still. Oh, the red card? Sorry, Shannon. Yeah, I didn't have a problem with the end result necessarily. Especially, again, when you see it in slow motion, it's tough to like look at it and be like, oh, okay. Like it's like it's a definite not red card. In slow motion, it's just a studs all the way down the calf to studs directly on the ankle. It's tough to be like, eh. My favorite soccer league to watch is the Premier League. I watch a ton of Premier League, Champions League, Europa League. There's some Italian and German league I watch because they're like on TV once in a while when the Premier League's not on, but it's mostly Premier. Messi's would have been a yellow. Messi had a very, very similar tackle that wasn't carded at all. That we came in and said after it happened, we said that's probably a red card, and they didn't. I mean, it's Messi. They're not gonna send Messi off in this last World Cup. That just ain't gonna happen. That just ain't gonna happen. As much as fairness, as much as we want fairness. Yeah, definitely should. I don't disagree. Again, we came into the chat immediately after the game and was like, that was probably a red card, and they didn't call it, and they're probably not going to with Messi, but it was probably a red. Mexico did beat Ecuador. That is for sure. That is for sure. Mexico or Ecuador really struggled with the game, or with like the environment and like the intensity. It took them like a half hour to get into the game. They really, really struggled. Be nice if they did. Doubt it though. The Mexico-England game should be fun. A lot of people saying that's probably the last World Cup game at the Azteca, the England-Mexico one. There won't be another one this tournament, and I think by the time it comes back around, they would have replaced the stadium like Wembley did, and said they just made a new Wembley. I think that's probably going to be the last game in the Azteca at a World Cup. They're probably going to replace it by the time the next one comes around, if they even have a World Cup here at any point relatively soon. I think in 2038 the World Cup will be here again, for what it's worth. The next one's in Spain and Portugal and Morocco. I want to head out to that. That'd be awesome. But getting tickets to these games has been miserable. Mexico barely loses the Azteca. You are absolutely correct. Double splatter, that's clutch. Pulisic needs to step it up. I thought he played pretty well there. No. GTA 7. Good luck to him. Do you think the tickets will be cheaper next World Cup? Yes, actually, yes, I do. I think they are taking advantage of just the regular American lifestyle around here. Because tickets are like overly expensive just here. Like, if any of you guys don't live in America and you live somewhere else, I talked to a couple of people from England. We do a podcast every week during the season. It's like a Liverpool podcast. During the Premier League season, we do a podcast. Like, how many times am I going to say we do a podcast? But, like, if you go over there and you're at, like, Arsenal, like, a season ticket to Arsenal is, like, $800. Like, for the year. And that includes 19 Premier League home games. That includes, at minimum, 6 Champions League home games. That includes cup games that are at home. If you make a deep run, if you were Arsenal last year who played 70 games, you played probably 38 or 39 home games, and it was $800. If you came to a fucking game over here, you're getting like 3 total games for that price. You're getting 3 total. If, like, I'm a Liverpool fan and it'll cost me like $900 for season tickets to Liverpool over there, I wanted to go watch fucking Liverpool play Wrexham in a friendly during the World Cup where all the good players are at the World Cup and it's just like a championship team versus a backup team, and it was $250. Yeah, the Colombia-Portugal tickets were the most expensive of the tournament, I'm pretty sure. They were incredibly expensive. Thank you, team. So you get some pretty crazy price discrepancies. Have a good one, Gucci. I just noticed that says Gucci sex doll. Brave season tickets are like $2,000. Yeah, it's crazy. The price discrepancies are nuts. So I think it'll be a little bit cheaper to go over there. I know for a fact they've cut off some of the euro prices that it's happening in England in 2028, which I'm hoping I end up going to. But yeah, it's crazy. The price discrepancies are bad shit. It'll cost, like, I live 2 hours from MetLife and I live 2 hours from Foxborough. I'm directly in the middle of both of those World Cup stadiums. And it's literally going to be cheaper to go to Europe for the Euro and watch 3 or 4 games than it is to watch one game here an hour or 2 away from my house for the World Cup. Got any bets tomorrow? Games? I like Switzerland to win in regulation. I don't like much from the other 2 games. I'm pretty heavily invested in Spain advancing, so I need that to happen. I think I'm going to bet Yamal, or I think I'm going to bet either Spain shots or Yamal shots or Yamal goal or assist. One of those. I think it's going to be the shots, though. I think they're going to end up with a ton of good looks. I am not in on this Austria defense. I think it's pretty bad, so I'm probably going to have a look at some Spain shots along the way. I have a bonus bet on Algeria to make the round of 16 at like 4-1, so I'm kind of hoping that Algeria find a way through. Hope your soccer team doesn't die in the horrendous fashion before the next World Cup. No, just shots or shots on target. Probably shots. I imagine that's approaching like 20. But let me tell you something. Fucking Austria are not good defensively, number 1, and number 2. When Austria get out and they're chasing games, they are so open. They leave like 2 center backs. The fullbacks come all the way up. Like, I'm pretty confident that they're, like, Spain are just going to have a field day on the break. Because Austria are not going to sit around, I don't think. I mean, I guess it's possible, obviously, but I'd be pretty surprised if they just sat around. They haven't done that all tournament. And when they played Argentina, they didn't do that, so I'd be pretty surprised. So I think Spain are going to have a lot of decent looks. But I haven't looked at exactly which one I'm going to go at with yet, so I'm not exactly sure if it's shots on target. I will have a better look today. Or tonight. After the stream. But I don't think I'm going to have any bets in the other games either. To be fair. I'm praying to God Portugal go through, man. Portugal getting through. Or not Portugal. Croatia getting through would be fucking huge. Gonna go dog polymarket prize picks for value. Another huge win. That's good shit. You want Croatia? I want whatever's easiest for Spain because I have an $80 bonus bet on Spain to get to the quarterfinal. And I think the Portugal game will be difficult for them. So I'm hoping it's Croatia because I think they'd run Croatia out of the building. But Portugal will be a little bit different. It'll be tight. Yeah, I think they beat Portugal, but I think I'd sweat less in a Croatia game. So I'm hoping Croatia go through ahead of Portugal. It would be nice, I think. So I'm hoping. If Spain reached the quarterfinal, I would have had a tremendous World Cup, regardless of what happens the rest of the way. If Spain or France win the tournament and Spain reaches the quarterfinal, I would have had a stupid, stupid good tournament. So I am hopeful. If you told me right now Spain and France would meet each other in the semifinal, I'd bite your goddamn hand off for that. In a heartbeat, I'd bite your hand off for that. All right, this is the last game we're gonna play, and then we will bounce for the night, and we'll be back on tomorrow. What's tomorrow, right? Yeah, tomorrow. We'll be back on tomorrow. This dude's name is Jet Fuel OnlyFans. What the fuck? Let's see if we can get one more win. We got a decent amount of wins tonight, which is good. Which is good.
Slayer.
Don't take that. Don't take that. Oh, that fucking cat, man. Get out of here. Go now. No. Goddamn cat. laser in the big 2026.
Gain the lead.
Ooh, rockets, baby. Rockets, rockets, rockets. Where are these guys spawning? You gonna post your bet on Spain shots when you place it? Yeah, I'll definitely post it tomorrow, for sure, on the page. If you're in the Discord, it'll get posted at the regular whenever I make the bet. But yeah, I will definitely be placing the bet and putting it out. What are you playing? We are playing Halo on the gaming channel. We're trying to 100% all the Halo games. Get all 917 achievements. So we're playing a lot of Halo. We're dominating this game, which is awesome. I'm gonna go join the big hair. It's not free, so I don't like to I don't advertise it much. Chocolate or vanilla? I like to do this thing where I get Neapolitan and then I mix it all together and just fucking that particular. When you get Neapolitan and you mix it all together, just make it one flavor, you know. That's the flavor right there. It's $8 a month. Again, it's not free. You get the bets as I place them, and there's some good advertising and stuff, but like, again, I don't like talking too much. I don't like advertising it too much because again, it's not free. Don't kill me. There we go. Oh, no idea what that guy was doing. Gotta pay attention so we don't get murdered. Do 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 do. Don't that guy too. Stop messing with me, bud. Trying to get splatters. This guy over here keeps fucking with me. I've killed this guy like 5 times in a row.
5 minutes remaining.
Finally got murdered. Didn't get a fucking splatter. We up here? Not quite by 20. How do we not like gain right there? There we go. 22. There we go. Good tank. Damn. We're up 25 though. If we can just kind of hold pace, that'd be fantastic. We would have gotten like 4 big wins when we only need 100 total. We've gotten 4 tonight. A couple of regular wins, which is good. But I think for the first time ever. A couple times. Up 30 now. Yo, what's up, buddy? How you doing? How are you doing? As soon as, unfortunately, I'm about to bounce. I apologize. But after this game, I'm about to jump on. But it's good to see you. Furman guy. Every time I'm trying to splatter someone, it's that fucking guy, and he's got like the actual presence of mind to not be splattered. We are playing Halo on the gaming channel. We're trying to 100% all of the Halo games. Get all 917 achievements. Yes. Me? I'm good. Just went to find value. Have you ever went golfing? I'm not a big golf guy. Golf was never like golf. I could play any other sport. I played lots of sports, but golf for whatever reason I could not do. I don't know. I just feel weird hitting the ball for whatever reason. What are my predictions for the World Cup games tomorrow? I think Portugal sneak through. I think Spain win pretty comfortably. And then I think Switzerland get through, though I'm hoping for Croatia and Algeria. I'll take any of those. Not Austria. I will not take any Austria. That will not be fun. Alright, let's check out what achievements we got left here. Or what we did today. 250 beatdowns. We're at 91%. We're 91% of the way to 200 multiplayer wins. So we've got 18 left to get to 200. It's taking forever. Genuine taking forever. Teaming up with you tomorrow night. You'll have me W's on W's. I need W's. We're trying to get to 500 wins. That's what we need. And we're at, what did I say we were at? 192, I think I said, or 182. Yeah, 182. So we need another 318. Who's my favorite to win? And also, is there any prediction for any player props? I'm probably going to have some Spain shots tomorrow. We'll see. I think that'll be all I bet, though. Again, I'm very, very much in need of Spain to go through. What else we got here? Should have got a little bit closer with some of the other achievements we need. 250 killjoys, we're at 56%. 2,500 assists, we're at 54%. What else we got here? 100 legendary medals, we're up to 42, which is nice. Playing on the big team is good for that. Been a bit since I played Halo, not gonna lie, but that game was my entire childhood. Get us cooking. Perfect. Apart from the $1 series, do I bet? I bet a little bit outside the challenge, not a whole ton, though. A little bit, but not a bunch. Capture the flag medals. 500 grenade or plasma kill medals. We have 22. We're going to need to step that up along the way. But I think we had a good day. I thought we have to do splatter medals. 1,000 skirmishers. I thought we had to do splatters. It might be splatters. It might be splatters on just Halo 2, which would kind of suck. We'll see. Are you from U.S.? So which state? Yeah, I live in Connecticut currently. I am from the U.S. What's next? In Halo 2 anniversary, you get 100 splatters. God, fuck. Wasting my time in all the other Halos. Let me go into here and make sure that we get that off. Made a few thou, but I rarely ever bet more than like 30. Yeah, I bet a little bit. The whole reason I wasn't betting outside originally was because of what did I say? Yeah, football and soccer are my favorite sports. Yeah, I wasn't originally betting because I wanted to keep my picket clean, and I didn't want to lose my accounts before we got there. But all right, so we need to play only Halo 2 anniversary when we're doing these. We'll go from there. And we'll go from there. We'll be back on tomorrow. All right, guys, it's time for me to bounce. It is 2:15 a.m. I have to work on a couple things before I get to sleep. Love you guys. I appreciate you guys coming out as always. Again, I'll be here tomorrow, same time, Same place, midnight Eastern, pretty much every day. So we'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully the betting day goes well for everyone tomorrow. And yeah, appreciate you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.